Hello. Hi there. How are you?
I'm great. We should be live on my Facebook page, your Facebook page, and possibly a YouTube channel. So we should be
Amazing.
great.
Amazing. Yeah, I haven't got my YouTube set up yet. I've got to wait for 24 hours, apparently. I don't know what they do in those 24 hours, come and check you out or something. No idea. But yeah, so that'll be good. I'll be able to do the same thing soon. Yeah. So
Yeah. I also found out that if you have a Facebook page, you have to wait 60 days.
yes, I found that out as well because I've only just set up a page. I had my profile, obviously, but I've only just set up a page because pages are supposed to be better for reels. So that was the advice we got was to set up a page, and then, like you say, it's 60 days, and I don't know whether you have to have X amount of followers as well. I'm not sure because obviously it's a new page, so there's not that many people on it, but yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing this for the long haul, aren't we? So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be
I went ahead and just set it up. That way it's already in place. It's
yeah,
ready to go in 60 days.
yeah, exactly. We'll have to reconvene. We're going to have our like 60-day anniversary, and we'll come back and we'll do another one from our pages just for fun.
Right? Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So, how are you finding it? How are you getting on?
Pretty well actually. All of my stats so far have gone up. So
Hmm.
the views,
Cool.
um,
That's really good.
and
Is
the
that on all? Is that on your Facebook and on your YouTube, or are
yes,
you just talking?
my
Oh,
Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram. I have them all
mm-hmm.
streamlined into the Mega Builder so that I can schedule things. It makes it
Uh-huh.
so much easier to schedule, and then you don't have to worry about coming back in every day and posting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I've just started doing that. I'm fairly new to the whole thing, so I hadn't really used my Mega Builder until we started on this challenge. And then Wayne showed us all how to syndicate. So I thought, right, okay, well, I'd jump in and have a go. And half of my Mega Builder was missing, so I had a big panic because I had to get in touch with like support and everything and get that all up and running. And I was really peeved because I thought everybody else is doing this and I'm not. So I just had to do it manually for a couple of days, you
Yeah.
know. But no, I seem to have got the hang of it now. It's a little bit I don't know. I found it a little bit strange at first. I wasn't sure where I was uploading, whether I had to upload into the Mega Builder and then select my media from there, or whether I could just take it straight from my laptop. But I actually ran out of space on my laptop today. Just a massive panic because I was trying to upload something. I'd made a reel earlier, and I was trying to upload it, and it said you need to find 5 meg of space. And I was like, I'm going live in 5 minutes. I haven't got time for this. This is crazy. So I had to get my son in because I am not technical. Are you a technical person? Are you good with all that tech and stuff?
I am probably medium. I would say I'm not the greatest, but I get things done.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, that's all you need. Really, with this business, you don't have to be techie. It's not a techie thing. It's just that for me, when I'm looking at something new, I kind of take in everything at once and nothing at once,
Mhm.
you know? So what I'm looking for is probably looking me straight in the face, but I'm not seeing it. So, I just have a bit of a flap. But no, there were bits missing, but they've been doing like upgrades and things, haven't they? So I was probably down the list for an upgrade, given that I've not really been using it. I think they probably went through the heavy users first, like the real pros. So yeah, I was a bit miffed because I thought everybody else is off the starting blocks, and I haven't even heard the gun. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of just standing there waiting. So I just carried on and did it all manually for a while. But I've got all that now, so that's cool. Yeah, definitely makes life easier, doesn't it? I mean, you still need to work your audience. But what you haven't got to do, you can batch make your content now, can't you? And just get it all queued up, and then obviously you still need to go in and warm up your feed and that sort of thing. But if you know what time it's going out, you can just jump on and scroll through your feed for a little while and know that you've got something there planned, and it's good to go, and it works, and it's coming up next. So yeah, it's definitely going to speed things up and help for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't aware of how many tools and just different things that we had available to us to be able to
It's amazing,
actually
isn't
be
it?
able to move forward. Um, it not having the not knowing what tools to use really kept me stuck for a while. So
Wow. Yeah. I can understand that. How long have you been with OLSP?
I joined originally. I joined um, probably back in 2017, maybe about 8 years
Wow.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of put it on the back burner because I found it, and people in my family or that were around me at the time were telling me that's a scam. It's not real. You can't do that. You can't make money online. No one's going to tell you how to do that, for free.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, it was you had a free version, and you could go in and then upgrade from there. Well, I was
Mm-hmm.
still learning the free version, and I thought that I stumbled upon a real gold mine. Um, but I ended up letting everyone around me talk me out of it for a little while. And then the time came where I wasn't around those people, and I got a laptop, and I was like, I'm going to give this a real go. And
Mm-hmm.
so I started off with the Magic Link and the list building training. And I went through all of that, and I set up my autoresponder, and I started making my first commissions off of that. Um,
Wow.
just with the Magic Link alone, and the emails that I was sending out, it was pretty awesome. Uh,
Wow. So you proved everybody wrong, all the naysayers. I bet you couldn't wait. I bet you couldn't wait to
yeah,
tell them, look what I'm doing now.
yes. Um,
That's okay.
and then from there, uh, some things happened, and I ended up having to sell my laptop that I had so that I could make ends meet. And then fast forward a couple years later, and I made sure that I went back and I got another laptop, and now I have been pretty much fully committed to this since April to making it work now that I
Mhm.
have a laptop again, and I'm ready to just keep going and learn as much as I can and take action. Like,
Mhm.
so.
No, but April is before my time. But I'm sure I heard Wayne say the other day, was there a 30-day challenge round about then?
I
Not the
believe
one we're doing now, but I think there was something. I'm
there
sure that's what
was
we're
a
thinking about.
30-day challenge over the summertime.
Right.
Um, I was a little busy. I think I missed that one. Um,
Uh-huh.
but
I just wondered whether that was what had got you back into it. With you coming in the April, whether you'd managed to jump on that, because I think that was a traffic challenge, wasn't it?
I believe so. Um,
Yeah,
I interviewed
before
someone.
my time.
I interviewed someone a few weeks ago that actually was a part of that particular challenge.
Mm-hmm.
However, I did not jump on that challenge. I just
Mm-hmm.
have recommitted myself to this is what I want to do, and I'm going to make it happen. So,
Do you know what? I think that is it comes down to the attitude, isn't it? I think you get to a point, because this has happened with me. A bit like yourself, I've looked at other things online. I've tried other things before, and I've thought, oh, this is going to be great, whatever it is, and I'm going to make loads of money doing this. And I don't know, some things just don't gel with me. Some things that I've looked at, I've thought, oh, this is not so much too difficult, but just don't feel very authentic, you know. Um, but this really gels with me. And like yourself, for the past, like, probably for a long time, I've wanted to do something online, just have like my own income through doing something online. And my first proper serious attempt at this was probably about 6 or 7 years ago, something like that. And that was an affiliate program. It was completely different to what we're doing with this. And it was so much effort for so little return. And I wasn't even certain of it when I joined. I thought, oh, is this what affiliate marketing is? Because I had this sort of like idea that, you just get an idea in your head. You think, I want to do affiliate marketing. I don't really know what it is, but that's what I want.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? I was in that kind of phase. So I was prepared to believe, and it is a legit program. They're still out there as far as I'm aware, and some people love it. So, different people are into different things, aren't they? But for me, that I just couldn't. It felt very stop-start all the time. If I needed help with something, I would have to, type it. And I'm stuck on whatever it was, and I needed the answer like now, because that was very website based. So we had WordPress sites, and we were all making websites, and it was all about like SEO and all that kind of thing. And I'd get to something that wasn't working, and I'd have to like put a shout out to there was a community online there, or you could sort of log a ticket, but they took ages coming back, and it'd be like, I have this piece of time right here now, and I've got this plan to get so much done in this chunk of time, and I've hit a brick wall, technical wall or something, and now I'm going to have to wait 24, 48 hours or whatever, for some help. And I got frustrated with it. I got frustrated with it, and I thought, there's got to be a better way than this. And I let that go, which I'm glad about. Don't have any regrets, And then I got into a few other things. I can't remember whether that was before or after I was doing like a catalogue type thing, which was transitioning from putting stuff through people's doors to coming online. But they were very early in their online, and they felt it was revolutionary that they were going to move to promoting their goods online. So we were told to, join loads of Facebook groups, join buying and selling groups is what we were told to do. So, like, I don't know, where are you? In Oklahoma?
Yes.
Oklahoma. So, I mean, do you have those pages on Facebook, like free, buy, or cheap in Oklahoma or whatever?
Yes,
Those
we do.
kind of,
Yeah.
they kind of told us to go in those pages and, make product shots, put them in and try and sell stuff that way. And now that I've learned the real way of doing social media, it's like, well, no wonder that didn't work.
Right.
It was just, it was just, you were just getting yourself banned out of buying and selling groups, because it would be things like, I don't know, people who have like a big bag of baby clothes that they didn't want anymore. So they'd put that on those Facebook pages. And then you've got me, going on there with what is obviously catalogue stuff. And you just get booted off, or you get called a scammer. And we weren't scammers, we just weren't very proficient at doing the whole Facebook thing. So once I got involved with OLSP, it's one of the things that really sold it to me. You were talking about the free training there, so you would have done that basic Facebook 101, Toffee method, all that sort of stuff. And once I saw that, I knew this was the right thing. I thought, yeah, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. And I just find this, of all the things I've got involved with, this is the one I'm going to stick with. And it's not, I mean, I probably do say that every time, but I never had this same feeling. I wanted those other things to work. I really, really, really wanted them to work. But with this, I feel like this will work.
Yeah.
There's a difference, isn't there? What
Yeah.
about you? What made you decide on OLSP?
Well, like I said, I was Googling how to make money online, and probably about 2017, and
Mhm.
I found OLSP, but I also found a couple of other products, I guess it was. And so
Mhm.
I clicked on this one, I clicked on that one, and I clicked on the other one, and I I started going through each training. So I think I started with OLSP, and I was like, okay, that's how this works. I don't know if I believe it or not yet. You
Mhm.
know, this seems a little bit too easy in my opinion. Like basic, I don't know if that's the right way to go. So then
Mhm.
I basically got that shiny object syndrome that everybody talks about, and started looking for other ways to make money online. Ran into complete this course, but and then we're gonna show you how to do this. Well, I started the course. I don't even remember what program this was, but I started the course, and literally half of the information that you need is just not there,
You've got
non-existent.
to buy extra, haven't you? This is
Well,
what
you
I
either had
found
to
because
buy
I looked at a
extra,
few.
or you just, it wasn't necessarily that you had to buy extra. It was that they created this little app with their modules in it, and it literally was just missing information.
Oh, wow. So that wasn't great either. I mean, I
No.
looked around, this time around, OLSP wasn't the first thing that I looked at, and I kind of fell into it by accident because I had seen OLSP that 6, 7 years ago that I was talking about when I went with a different program, which was all about websites and things. When I went with them, I had seen OLSP, but I couldn't understand what it was. I couldn't
Yeah.
get I couldn't get my head around it because the way it was advertised or promoted didn't really give a lot away. And I thought, this is talking to people who already know. This is talking to established affiliate marketers, people who've got knowledge and experience. And I'm not, I'm a total newbie. I need something that takes me from, hatching out of my egg all the way all the way through. I was absolutely an egg at that point. I was nothing. Um, and that's why I ended up going with that other company because I just couldn't understand what it was. And I've said this before, but the promotions for it was like a series of pack shots. It was these very serious looking black boxes, like a
Mhm.
whole
I
series of
remember
them
that.
with names like Mega Funnel and all this. And I was quite intimidated by it. I didn't really know what it was, but I actually thought that you got things in boxes. Seriously, the way you used to, like, you get a program or you get like the latest version of Windows, and you'd actually buy it in the shop, wouldn't you, with
Oh,
discs,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you put
yeah.
the discs in, right? I thought, oh my god, so many discs with this OLSP, whatever it is. I'm never going to be able to do it because I never have any luck with those things. When you're trying to, back in the olden days, you put your disc in and you'd have to upload some piece of software and it would be doing its thing for ages and ages and ages.
Mhm.
And you'd sit there watching it go round. And then it'd get to like 98% and it'd say, failed. What's up with it, And then I put it in again, and then you get like an antivirus pop up, and I'm like, is it telling me it's a virus or is it telling me it's not? I don't know what's going on. So when I saw this series of black boxes with all these like strange names on it, I just thought, wow, that's going to be way over my head. I'm not doing that, and that's why I went with the other company. But even this time round, I fell into OLSP by accident. I really did. I signed up with a few other things, only at sort of basic level, a bit like what you were
Right.
describing there. And I just had a look to see what my fields were because I thought I'm not just jumping again like I have done in the past. I'm going to do some market research this time. So I was investigating these various different things, and it was when I'm trying to think what the program's called. It's Affiliate Lab. Have you seen Affiliate Lab? That's quite a big
Um,
thing all over
I
Facebook.
think I've seen it.
Yeah, that's like a Russell Brunson thing, and I signed up because I was following quite a successful affiliate marketer lady on Facebook, and I liked her stuff, and she was very much involved in promoting the early days of that. And it's sort of where you put your own products together from you can put your products on there. It's like a marketplace, a bit like what's the big one? We have JV Zoo, don't we? But there's a few. What's the big
ClickBank.
bank? Yeah, a bit like ClickBank. But what you could do is if you had like a particular niche. So say for instance your niche was I don't know, dogs, right?
Right.
You could find all the dog related products. You could put them together. You could make packages. And I liked the sound of it. I did like the sound of it. But when I went on, it really was early days. And again, I thought this would probably be great if you're an established affiliate marketer who knows what they're doing. For me to just go on there completely green and then start putting packages together and all this stuff, I kind of bottled it a bit. So I was still watching it from a distance. I was still quite interested in what was going on over there, but I didn't go down that route. And then there was all the sort of faceless video stuff. I thought, I like that because, like,
Yeah.
I have to show my face. That'd be brilliant. Faceless video, and I got into something there, and then again, you had to buy all the bumps. It was like, oh, it's only $9 today, but it wasn't only $9 because you couldn't actually do anything with it unless you bought all the bumps. So it was hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So, and that really annoys me,
Mm-hmm.
But with OLSP, what you said earlier, you can start with a $7 product and actually make money.
Yeah.
You
It's
don't
possible.
you don't buy a $7 product, get to the end of it, and then go, oh, now I'm going to have to get this, and this because all the pieces. It's like a jigsaw. All the pieces are in the box, aren't they, for $7? Whereas with a lot of these other systems and things, you pay your $7, $9, $27, whatever it is, and then you find out you've got to invest hundreds of dollars in 3 or 4 different directions. So you're spending about $1,000 before you're even up and running. So this really is different. I think it's accessible.
Yes. I think it's pretty straightforward. I mean, for $7 you really are getting a lot of value for
It's
your money.
crazy. Yeah, yeah. I think that's why sometimes people don't believe that that's the case, and maybe because they in the past, like myself, like yourself as well, you've been bitten by things where it says, oh yeah, only $7, only $17, whatever, and then you find out actually it's not. There's more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are wary of it. And I had this conversation with somebody else, and I think Wayne should maybe experiment and call it something else. Do like a sort of an A/B test and sell it for like $70 or even $300 and
Right.
see, do people buy it then? Because like the value, the price and the assumed value. I
Yeah.
think he probably could sell 101 and the toffee method for a lot more, because people would go, oh well, it's $300 has got to be good. I know why he does it the way he does, because obviously it's accessible, entry level. But I just think for fun, he could probably package the whole thing, give it another name, put it out there, and see how many sell. Because I think they would sell at a higher price
Right.
as well.
Yeah, the those people that go out and they send you like, join this program for $1 or whatever, and then you click on it and you're like, yes, I'm gonna get so much, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna pay the $1, and then on the very next page is the upsell.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
you're
And you
like,
can't actually
what? And
do
it's
it
an
without.
expensive one. It's not even. It goes from $1 straight up to like $9.97, and you're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and you really
No,
can't move forward without
no,
that.
you can't. You can't. And I mean, even if you did, I'm not saying that any of these programs don't work. They very probably do. But I am already, before I started, I am already peed off at that company. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
Uh-huh.
already like, I don't like you people, you're shysters, you know? Whereas with OLSP, what you see is what you get. And you can move right up through, you know, the big ticket stuff. Absolutely you can, but you don't need to. You can get started without it. And I honestly think this is the only program I've seen. There's maybe one other, I won't name it, but it doesn't have all the products that we have. But I think for $7, you can get started with that and you can make some money. But I don't think it's got like the high ticket stuff in there as well. And that's only recently come to market as well. And I think that is the only other one that I've seen that doesn't, you know, let you get your foot in the door and then just slap you around the chops with, you know, buy this, buy this, buy this. So yeah, automatically those type of things, they make me resentful and they make me mistrustful. Whereas I think with OLSP, it automatically felt safer and more trusted. And I thought, yeah, these guys know what they're doing, you
Mm.
know. Mm. But for you, right? So we've arranged this today. I've dragged you out of bed, metaphorically, because it's much earlier where you are than it is here. So how do you find getting access to the live training? Because I know some of it is evening stuff. It does like 7 p.m. here, but even so, that would be during working hours for most people where
Um,
you are. How
my
do you work that?
schedule actually allows me to be present for most of those.
That's cool.
Um, and then on the Saturday trainings, I end up watching it from my phone at work. So shh, don't tell
I won't tell anybody.
I'm just kidding, but I'm not going to get in trouble for it. But I do on Saturdays. I do end up watching the lives at work
Hmm.
so that I
Yeah,
don't miss anything.
yeah.
Um,
So what about the thing we're doing now, the 30-day challenge? What time? So that goes out at 11:30 in the morning. So that's like middle of the night where you are, is
it's
it?
about 5:30 in the morning here when
Okay.
that comes on. So
Yeah.
I think I'm only missed one.
Wow.
Somehow I managed to get up that early every day and watch it.
You must really want to. You know, you
Yeah,
must, yeah. That to me, it smacks of dedication, but it also smacks of like you've obviously got the drive and the ambition that you're going to do this thing. So, you know, no obstacle. I think that is the difference with this. You know, you've if you're prepared to steer around the obstacles, because it doesn't matter what program or what system or whatever you get involved with, there will always be what Wayne calls roadblocks. Yeah,
hmm
we're always going to come up against brick walls, or they feel like brick walls at the time, or things that just would put some people off. And I think that's just the difference between somebody who really wants this and somebody who likes the idea of it.
right. I
Do
mean,
you know what I
it's
mean?
not really any different from like anybody that says they want to be a teacher or a doctor or you're
Mhm.
gonna or they want to be a furniture builder. You have to start somewhere, and
Yeah,
if it resonates fully deep in your soul and that's really what you want to do, you're gonna
yeah,
do everything to do it. So
yeah, yeah. That's what I think as well. I think, you know, people do make excuses, and the ones that do, like you say, it isn't resonating with them really. They probably
right.
like the idea of it. Like for instance, you know, sometimes I might think I should have been a lawyer because you know you start imagining yourself like in court and
hmm
you know and you've like you're putting your case and you're cutting the defendant down with some like fantastic because you've watched too much TV, right? Do you know what I mean? And I think, yeah, I could have been a lawyer. I'd have been good as a lawyer. But clearly, I wasn't really driven by that, was I? Or I
right.
would have done what you just said, you know? So yeah, yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. But I just feel for you guys because obviously you got to, you know, You got to work to our time. That thing I did previously, that was in the States, so I was working to their time. So
Oh
I
yeah.
know it can be difficult because, like I say, I had a job at the same time as well, but I was only working part-time. So I thought, right, part-time job, do this part-time until this takes over and I don't need the job anymore. So that was the plan at the time. And that thing of there being that time difference, so if I did have to log a ticket, I knew it was going to be the next day before anybody came back to me. Whereas I had like that afternoon free and plans to spend, I don't know, 4-6 hours, whatever. It's like, right, this is my time, and I'm going to, bash away at it. And I come up against a roadblock, and I'd have to wait. So that was quite frustrating. But I think the other thing with what we're doing now is it doesn't matter where in the world you are. There's always going to be somebody like on Facebook or in one of the groups or somewhere you can post a question and somebody from somewhere will be awake and knowledgeable and jump in and help.
Yeah, that is one of the things that I love the most about this is that even from the beginning, there has always been a strong community. Um, I know that he talked about he has had a Facebook group that had like 500,000 people in it,
Something like that, yeah.
or at least 250,000,
Mhm.
and it's just it disappeared. But um some of that had to do with the fact that they were upgrading products and changing names, and some of it had to do with Facebook. But
Mhm.
the community has always been so amazing. You've always been able to jump in and ask questions, and the people, everyone that is paying attention they're going to jump in and help you because that's
Mhm.
just how you
Yeah, it's the
what you
nature
do.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the nature and it's the ethos, and that's driven from the top. I don't know any of these other big names and big companies. Um, I don't know whether any of those big names would ever jump on and answer your messages direct. You know.
right. That is one of the things I like about Wayne himself too, is that you can literally take it directly to him, and it may
Mhm.
not be that day, but he personally will get back to you.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
sometimes it is that day, sometimes it's not, but he
Hmm.
will respond back to your
Yeah.
questions
That's
if
true.
you ask him
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. It's absolutely true.
And a lot of the other programs and stuff, like, it was hard to get to the person that was in charge or that was taking you through things.
Hmm.
You would never hear back from them,
Hmm.
or you couldn't even find them anywhere. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
look,
That's what I found. You couldn't find that actual person. There might be some sort of support service or something like that, log a ticket type thing. But if they didn't get what your query was exactly, that was it. It's like ticket is dealt with, isn't it? And you're at the back of the queue going, no, no, that's not quite right. Or I already tried that and it didn't work, and it's like, right, back of the queue, you've had your turn and you have to wait again to get an answer to something. So no, it's not like that. And I think definitely none of those other systems, gurus, whatever, they are not turning up live almost daily. I mean, Wayne's schedule is insane. When
yeah,
you take a step back, we're used to it now, and it's like, oh god, crack, it's nearly Wayne time, and you kind of move your own schedule around so you can be there for a live. And then you think, there's nobody else that does that. It really is different, isn't it? It just
uh-huh.
doesn't happen. Yeah, I love it. It's great. I have to ask you though. Um, Obviously, most of those other, I don't want to call them competitors. They're just other options. Yeah, most of those other options. A lot of them are American. I don't know another. I don't know of any other big platform in the UK because obviously we're quite small
Right.
compared to the States. So, did people think it was odd that you were going with this strange British company that might be a scam? You're saying
Uh,
before about like your sort of friends and your family and stuff. Were they like, who's this
yeah.
weird guy with his strange
Uh,
accent?
yes. My like I said in the beginning when I first found it, I believed that I had a gold mine, and everyone else was like, "No, this guy's full of crap. It's just another shiny object. He's not going to teach you anything." And
Hmm.
and so now I'm just trying to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. How do you find how do you find Wayne's accent? Do you have to do you, I won't tell him. Do you have to put the subtitles on when
No,
you're watching Wayne? No?
no,
No?
I enjoy it.
Do
Um,
you?
Sometimes it's kind of scary because I will start talking like that. Actually, if I watch too many training videos or whatever, I'll find myself going around trying to do the accent. It's
Oh, I
kind of
think he'd
funny.
love that actually. He'd love that. Yeah.
But my accent ends up being a little bit between British and Australian, so it's a
Hmm.
little
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
in between there. It's a little scary,
Yeah.
but
Well, Australian accent really it comes from like a Southern English accent, as in
mm,
like a London accent. It's
right.
kind of when like Londoners used to be called Cockneys. I don't know what they call people from like Oklahoma. Do you have a name like a
We call ourselves Okies.
Okies? Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Because like Oklahomians would be too much of a
right.
big word, wouldn't it? So you guys are Okies, right? Okay. So yeah, London they used to be Cockneys. There's no Cockneys left in London, but that sort of that Mary Poppins
Mhm.
accent. Dick Van Dyke tried doing the Mary Poppins accent, doing the sort of London accent, the Cockney accent. That's where the Australian comes from. That's why it's sort of twangy. And then I think I don't know whether the weather got to it or whatever, but yeah, they were convicts, weren't they? So a lot of them were from the south coast. They were like pickpockets from London and people like that got sent out to the penal colonies, and that's where the accent comes from. It's just like it's just a strange version of an old London accent, really,
Right.
the Aussie accent. But it's because there's so many accents in the UK. I don't know whether you'd ever have come across Wayne's accent. I can't think of any TV shows or anything
Uh,
that would have people who speak like Wayne because it's really quite specific. It's a
yeah.
certain area of the UK. Um, and yeah, I guess it's not. He's gonna kill me. It's not like a glamorous area either. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking about like TV shows and stuff that you guys might get. Um, they probably haven't got people from down where Wayne lives in
Probably
them.
not.
It's quite rural. It's a very
Yeah.
it's a very rural area. But yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's definitely one of the good guys, isn't he?
Yes, definitely. I I feel like he definitely knows what he's doing, and he can move and motivate people forward that
Hmm.
want to go forward.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're like he brings up all the time, and I'm learning too. If you're not asking specific questions, you're never going to get the answers.
Hmm. Mm.
So if you're not taking action to be able to ask those specific questions, you're definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah. 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 I do think he's very fair like that. And if he can see that you are genuinely trying and you're doing your best and you're following the training and you're listening to him, he will support you all the way.
Yeah,
I genuinely believe he does want us all to win.
he
You know,
does.
I do
I
believe
feel
him.
like I feel like does too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. It's definitely different. So, what is it about affiliate marketing that that made you want to, or you were talking before about you got to have that sort of burning desire to do something to push yourself. So what is it about affiliate marketing that appeals to you? What's the
Uh,
end game or whatever for you?
the end game for me is just to really have more time and more freedom. Um, I really enjoy being able to help people
Mm-hmm.
um, in business as well as outside of business. Uh, so, and if one of my friends comes to me and asks me for help and I cannot help them, I always I'm usually the one that does help them. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to have more resources to and time to be able to help people when they come to me.
Yeah.
And um just I don't know, I just really like helping people and being um I want to be able to be at home and not have to work for somebody else while I make pennies and they're over here building a mansion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Yeah, I can identify with that. I think that there does come a point where you kind of go, well, enough's enough. It's my turn now. This is where I do something for me. And if you can help people along the way, I don't know. Do you have a niche? Is there a particular niche that you market to?
right now I'm in the make money online niche at the
Okay.
moment. I haven't
Hmm.
ventured out and moved past that.
Yeah.
I am taking this one step at a time. We're going to master this one and then we'll move on.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of like who you target though, are you targeting anyone in particular, any particular demographic? Because I
I,
find that what I'm targeting or who I'm targeting, it is me. It's people like me. I think sometimes we kind of overcomplicate the whole niche thing. But
right.
I think for me, I talk a lot about finding my tribe.
Hmm.
So it's finding people who I could rub along with, because then they are the people that you automatically want to help. It
Yeah.
sounds selfish when you put it that way, but this is what we do naturally in life, isn't it? We
Hmm.
find the people that we can get along with. And like you say, if someone comes to you and they need something, if one of your friends comes to you and needs something, you're going to do everything you can to help them because they're your friend. And they're your friend because we don't all have friends that are like cookie cutters of ourselves, but we have people that we have enough in common with that we can rub along. And if we do have differences of opinion or whatever, then we can work those through. Whereas if you come across somebody who's got like really, I don't know, really out there, radically different politics, and you think, oh, that's obnoxious, you
Hmm.
know, they're never going to be my friend.
Nope.
I'm never going to be in a situation where Mr. Obnoxious then says, "Oh, can you help me?" And I think, no, you're obnoxious. I won't, because they're not in your circle, are they? So this is what I've kind of come to realize. I think this is how niches work,
Yeah.
because it's all make money online, isn't it? It's all making money in that online space, or it's people who are already making money in the online space, and then they are upping their game, maybe becoming more automated, maybe becoming more AI driven, or whatever it is. So
Hmm.
for me it's finding probably it's strange, because my account is probably 50-50 male and female, but in my head, my customer avatar is a middle-aged woman who's kind of had it up to here and wants something for herself. In other words, it's me, you
Right.
know
Yep.
and I see some women, like younger women in particular, and it's their niche, I guess, in that make money online is other young mums who want to be at home with their kids.
Yep.
So for me, it is all make money in the online space. what I suppose I would be less comfortable with if somebody came to me with a question is if you had some like real sort of techie kind of guy who came on and wanted to know how many megabytes are in your funnel. I'd be like, oh, I don't bloody know what you're about. It just works. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Or like what
Yeah.
capacity? Ooh, they can go to like the guy who likes doing like the drill down
Hmm.
techie IT stuff. You know, the
Right.
nerdy guys. That's another niche, isn't it? And
Yeah.
they can all be nerdy together. But you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
are,
No,
aren't
I
they?
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, you might be a really techie person. I'm not. I understand things at a sort of high level. I understand what's meant to happen. But if it breaks, you know, I'm calling for somebody to come and fix it for me. I've got no idea. So I think that's how we niche down in this. So does that make sense? Is that
Yeah.
something you identify with?
Yes. I feel like my target audience is probably somebody that's more like me.
Yeah,
Um, and then they get to know you through your social media channels, and hey, she likes this too. I think I can, learn
yeah.
from her, and we're relatable, and
Mm. And that is what makes you then want to help people, isn't it? Because
yeah.
you can identify with them. You can look at them and think, I feel your pain. I feel your struggle because I tried all these different things and I can see that's where you are now, trying all these different things out. And maybe it's, I see you, pushing meal replacement plans or whatever it is. And I know what it is you actually want. You're probably not that motivated by drinking a shake. What you want is to be able to to be able to make money online, to be able to work from home, to be with your kids or to look after an elderly relative or whatever it is. They're the real drivers, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I like this business. I really do. So how are you getting on? Have you managed to do every day so far? Dragging
I
yourself
think
out
I
of bed early?
missed a day. I
I missed one. I missed Friday. I was a bit miffed about that, but I had because he doesn't normally do training on a Friday.
Oh
I had
yeah.
I had to make an appointment, so I made it for a Friday. Because the training was like what was it? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is what we've been
Hmm.
doing, and I had to make this appointment. So they offered me like Thursday or Friday, and I was like, "No, have Friday, please," because nothing else is happening on Friday. And of course, so I missed that one. So I really need to pick that up this weekend. Well, today we've not got much weekend left over here. You've got a few more hours than I have, but yeah, that's my target for today is to get that done. And I'm hoping Fridays. Did you see Fridays?
Yes.
Was it is it scary? Is it a lot?
Um, we started talking about outliers.
Okay, because I think he started on Outliers a couple of days before that, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
except
think we
the
we're supposed to be
homework
doing
for
them.
the weekend is to create your own outlier video.
I had a feeling you were going to say that, but I haven't seen. I can't because I haven't done the training yet. Have you done one?
No, not yet.
I think this is going to be a tough, a tough homework for a lot of people. Do we have to have the homework in for Monday, tomorrow?
Um, I think he wants us to have the homework in
Hmm.
at least one video,
Right,
whether it's a reel or a full presentation YouTube type video.
right. But an outlier.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, I think it's going to be tough. For me, it's going to be tough.
Uh,
Because it's
when
you
he,
got to finding them is one thing, but then recreating them because you find them and you go, I found one, I found one. Where is it? It's a guy on a yacht, right? Damn, I can't do that bit. Or yeah, it's this, it's this girl in the gym. I don't go there either. I can't just rock up with a gym start filming myself. It'd be like, excuse me, are you a member? We've never seen you before. So it's all well and good finding the outliers. That's the easy part, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
But the
Recreating them is definitely
practicalities,
the hard part.
yeah.
I know that when he first said, "Great guys, we're all doing these videos and interviews together. Now you're going to do this by yourself." And I was like, "You want me to go live on my page by myself? I'm terrified." Like, what?
Have you
Like,
done it?
no, I have
I'm going to
not.
switch off now, and you have to keep talking.
Oh no, don't do
Hi,
that.
I'm live by myself.
But yeah, so I always overthink things and end up talking myself out of a lot of things and second guessing once I find a topic. I'm like, do people really want to listen to this? Are they really interested in this topic? Is this going to hit? And in my mind, you basically talk yourself out of doing it because you're like, nobody's going to like this, nobody's going to do this. But really, you're not going to know any of those things until it's done.
Exactly. Well, there you go. You just talked yourself into doing one, so that's really good.
Yes, I'm going to do it because I've noticed that I have changed my mindset quite a bit, and I have been taking more action and doing less thinking, as far as that goes. So it's been a challenge, but you don't go anywhere if you're not challenged.
That's why it's called a challenge, isn't it? I guess. But do you know what? I mean, Wayne has this like 5-second rule thing, doesn't he? Where if you leave it more than 5 seconds, you won't do it. So just do it, and that works for me. Because I'm like you. If I'm not careful, I will procrastinate and overthink and over edit and rewrite and all the rest of it. And I really had to kick that into touch. That way of thinking. Before I was doing this, the last other make money online thing that I tried what was like a network marketing, a big one that everybody's into at the moment, that's doing the rounds, and it was very much on TikTok. And I had never done a TikTok. I've watched plenty of them. I was sit there for hours doom scrolling through TikTok, but I'd never actually made a TikTok.
Right.
And it was, the best way to do this is on TikTok. That's what our mentor was telling us. That's what worked for her and all the rest of it. And he had to kind of script it. I had to script it because I couldn't have remembered all the details and all the correct way of saying things if I didn't script it. And I rehearsed it. I couldn't learn the flipping thing. I knew I'd forget these bits of it, I could remember.
Right.
And I had like my ring light with bits of paper stuck, sellotaped all over it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know TikTok. You can have like an auto cue thing in TikTok. Did you know
yeah,
that?
like the teleprompter.
Yeah, teleprompter thing. Yeah. Which is quite good. I didn't know that at the time. So honestly, the number of takes and all the rest of it, just to do this thing. And when I did the first one, and I hit that button for it to go whoosh up into TikTok. You're supposed to, when you do a TikTok, you're supposed to turn TikTok off then, aren't you? You're not supposed to stay on it scrolling. Apparently, it affects the algorithm. And I literally nearly threw that phone and hid under the couch because I thought, like, oh my God, people are going to be saying, so you on TikTok last night? And of course, nobody that you know does see you on TikTok. It doesn't even push it to friends, does it? Even if you're a follower.
Usually, no.
Just pushes it out anywhere. But that like cringe feeling of, oh my God, who's seen it? And just sort of dying for a bit. And I literally, like, I shut the curtains and everything. I didn't want anybody knowing I was here. And I was waiting for people to say, "I seen you on TikTok." And of course they don't. And, and it didn't take me long before I got quite confident at doing TikTok. And I like the fact it's got all the filters and stuff. I love all that. You don't have to put makeup
Right.
on. You can be
I
anything.
know that the first time I went live on Facebook, I pretty much did the same thing.
Absolutely crap your pants, don't
It
you? That
literally
people are
lasted
watching.
probably a minute, and as soon as I was like, okay, deep breath, we're gonna go live. I'm gonna just introduce myself, right? And and as soon as I did that, I literally was like, okay, it's over, and it was awkward, right? And I turned my phone off and I threw it, and I
Yeah,
was like, okay, that was all over Facebook. I know, like, all of my friends and family are going to see it, and I was
yeah,
terrified. And I was like, I don't even know what I was talking about. It wasn't even that great.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
But
But I think
but
that's
once
why I
I
don't
did
mind.
actually ask questions about it, it was not that bad. It was
No,
nowhere near as terrifying. But in that moment, I was like, nope, I'm not dealing with it. That was embarrassing.
yeah. But it's this feeling that sort of as if like your phone is going to light up with all your friends going, "What the hell were you just doing?" And most people haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I don't mind doing these kind of lives on Facebook. I honestly don't care. I don't mind, and I think it comes from having spent so much time doing. I've never actually done a live on TikTok, but doing those other TikToks has been. I didn't get anything else out of that network marketing opportunity, whatever. But what I did get was I'm not scared of going live on Facebook. I'm not scared of going live on TikTok or any of those things. So, but I totally understand people that are because I have been there. It's only from doing that. I mean, I got to the point where I was doing. I had two TikTok accounts, and I was most days I was doing two TikToks from each. So I was doing like four a day, you know.
Right.
So yeah, so actually, going live on camera now, it doesn't bother me anymore. But I am a bit nervous of these outliers because you have to recreate. I've seen Beverly's, and I know exactly what Beverly does, and we've talked about it previously. Um, and a lot of hers are just her sat at her computer, and a thing comes up saying Walmart will pay you 7 grand, and
Right.
she's just out there doing that. So, but I feel like we can't all steal her niche, can we? We can't all jump all over the you know make money at home like sort of niche that she's doing. I'll
Right.
just have to watch the training. I'll bite the bullet tonight, and I'll watch the training and get ready for tomorrow. But I've noticed that there are people who are doing like every day of the challenge, which is great. And then there are people who probably are not managing to do every day. But do you know what? They're all sort of coming back to it and they're seeing the value. So they might not be able to keep up with all 30 days. But I think everybody that it's touched is getting value out of it.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like even if I were something were to happen and I wasn't able to attend any of the rest of it, I feel like just in the 10 days that we've been there, I've already gotten tools, I've already faced fears, and I've already um moved the bar
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
more in the last 10 sessions than I have the whole rest of the time, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Same. That's exactly how I feel about it as well.
so
Yeah.
even if this is all we learned,
Hmm.
I would be content with this because it gives me a way to have content. It gives me a way to repurpose that content. And I've already, like, I'm building skills in the process
Hmm.
of learning that. So
Yeah.
even if that's all we had, I feel like I could still take what we were given and be able to take it further if I kept going. So,
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So, if you could, if someone was to come to you and ask about OLSP, somebody who was maybe thinking about affiliate marketing, what were your advice, just to wrap it up now? What would you advise anyone or anyone maybe who's watching this and thinking, what on earth are those two? What are they talking about? What would your advice be to anyone who was interested in this?
My advice would be watch the training twice.
Mm-hmm.
Watch all of the training twice. All of the basic training twice, anyways. And then go start taking action.
Yeah.
The
Brilliant.
first time you watch it, you're watching to learn and
Mm-hmm.
process. The
Mm-hmm.
second time you watch it, take action while you're watching it.
Yeah. Follow
Because then
along
it'll make
with the
more sense.
actions.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
watch it all first. Get a basic knowledge. Okay, this is what he was talking about. It all makes sense. And then watch it again. Take action. Ask questions.
Yeah. Because
Don't
you can
stop
start
until you
it,
get it
can't you?
figured out.
Yeah, you can pause it, you can do what you need to do, and then you can go back to it and listen to it. Like you say, I think that's brilliant advice, actually. That's kind of how I work. I'll watch it through and then I'll go back and I take notes. I've got endless notebooks specifically for this. I've got notebooks for other things as well, but
Me too.
that's
I'm a
yeah.
notebook person as well.
Well, I have to be. Because I've got a brain like a sieve, honestly. So yeah, I think that's brilliant advice. So if this is something that somebody watching is interested in doing, how would they get in touch with yourself?
I am on Facebook. As myself, Sarah Hall, and then I also have a Facebook page called The Wealth Way. You can also find both of those on Instagram, and I think there's a couple of variations that throw in some 8s at the end of my Wealth Way.
Mm-hmm.
That is me. My name
Mm-hmm.
is on both of those pages as well, and then the Wealth Way YouTube channel as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Right. Is there anything you want to ask me that we've not covered? Or I think we got
Not off
through a
the
lot
top of my
there.
head,
It's
I
been fun.
think we've talked about quite a bit. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I feel like I need to let you go and get
right.
some breakfast or something. What time is it now?
It's about 11 a.m. here.
Oh, you must be starving because I got you out
Uh,
of bed, and then your auntie was there,
you
and
say if there's
everything.
anybody that is following on my page and would like to follow Sally Cats, how would they?
Thank
How
you.
would they
Oh
do that?
well, yeah, I'm Sally Katz on Facebook, and I have a page as well, which I've only set up recently. So I would appreciate any support on that page. So that is Sally Katz Chats, and obviously it's Cats with a K. So yeah, so Sally Katz is me, and then Sally Katz Chats is going to be where I put a lot of my reels and some of my long form content, and then on YouTube, Sally Katz Clicks, but that's brand new.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I appreciate all the support there because obviously we are going to be making an awful lot of content, aren't we, Sarah? We're
Yeah.
just content monsters now. It's going to be everywhere.
And hopefully, in at least a month or two, we can revisit and come back and
Oh
talk
yeah,
more.
for real. Yeah, for real. Defo. Yeah.
Because
Thank
I
you.
definitely enjoy talking to you. It's fun.
Oh, we've had a
It's
great
fun.
time. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I would love that. I would love the opportunities for us to do this again, and then we can compare, can't we? Say, oh God, do you remember us last time? And look at us now.
Right. Yep.
Right. You go and enjoy your Sunday, and thank you so much for your time. I think you
All
need
right.
to
Thank
shut
you.
me down. I'm normally controlling these, but it's you, isn't it? So
Yes. All
I'll let
right.
you
So bye,
close that one.
guys.